Hello, friends, and welcome to the Cinemondo podcast. It's Kathy and Burk talking about movies.
That's right.
And movie trailers. And
we
revenge
love movies.
Fantasies.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. What is like one of the major topics for films that, like action films, a lot of times it's all about revenge. You take the old trailer, back when trailers used to have narrators, it was like, they took away his family.
It's funny, they don't do that anymore, trailers. Hardly ever are there narrators anymore, and that sounds super retro when they do that.
I know, and that's, I think maybe it would be fun to see that come back, to get that. I know that one guy has died, the guy who did...
Something Don something.
Yeah, when I had a film that was in production one time, they actually got that guy to do the voiceover for the trailer for a film I wrote, which was so cool to see this trailer, and it had, on the road to nowhere.
Well, he was a rock star. He'd pull up to the recording studio. He'd pull up in like his big fancy like Rolls Royce, and he'd get out in his suit, and he was always super decked out, and he'd come in, he'd look very all like cool and retro, and he'd be like, "I'm here to do the voiceover."
Yeah. And only one man can do the voiceover.
I know, what was his name?
It's
driving me crazy.
We'll figure
Don
it out.
LaFontaine.
LaFontaine
was the king of voiceovers.
And if he was still around, and if that was still a trend, I think the John Wick movies would have some pretty awesome, LaFontaineisms in it.
They killed his puppy, and they went after his life. He's out for revenge. I'm a copywriter.
Yeah.
He did like 5,000 films. He worked in movies, advertising. Like, his voice is everywhere. If you look at any kind of older movie trailer, it's him.
I know.
Sure. He was the guy.
What? If he got paid $1 for that, he would have made $5,000.
He definitely made more than that. And also, it's funny, when he died, I feel like that's when kind of voiceovers sort of started to end, because it just wasn't the same.
Nobody had that gravitas, and the thing is, when you would hear his voice, that was when you knew that was the voice. You know what I mean? If they got somebody else to do it, every once in a while there'd be a film that would have somebody else, and it would be like, that's not the voice.
It's always like, one man.
And only one man.
In a world gone mad.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we have John Wick, and there's no voiceover.
Yeah, probably no voiceover in this trailer.
I'll make a prediction. It's a clip trailer. That's all I'm saying.
They're going to use the dialogue to tell you the only one man in a world.
They're just going to show a bunch of clips from the movie, and they're going to put it all together. Let's see. My guess is, will it be a linear trailer? I'm thinking probably. Or will it be random scenes, random cool scenes. That's usually how they do it now.
I'm going to guess, random, because everybody knows what John Wick is by now. If you're looking at this, you're like, okay, John Wick is...
That's true.
I know exactly what this is. But what they need to do in the trailer is they need to show you what makes this one different from the other three.
That's right.
In a way that's like, oh, I need to see this one now.
Okay.
They also need to convince you that it's not just a total rehash of the last three or the last one. And so if I was the department head here at the trailer department, I would say, let's make it show people that they need to see this one if they like the other ones. This is going to be more of the same, but totally better and different and more intense. So
instead of just guessing, let's watch it and find out. Okay, here we go.
Well, it's fun to speculate and see if we're correct or not.
I know, we see a lot of trailers.
After this is over, we're going to go, well, that just looks like the other three.
Let's see. All right.
Here we go.
Okay.
And...
saying goodbyes?
Saying hello.
You think your wife can hear you?
No.
And why bother?
Maybe I'm wrong.
You're
going to die. Maybe not.
Goodbye to you, my trusted friend.
A new day is dawning.
Yeah.
New ideas, new rules, new management.
We've known each other since we were 9 or 10.
Who is this?
The Marquis de Gramont. Challenge him to single combat. Win or lose, it's a way out.
I don't sit at the table.
Your family does.
Please pray for me. I was the black sheep of the family.
A man has to look his best when it's time to get married. Or buried.
I'm going to need a gun.
Goodbye, my friend, it's hard to die.
If you win, the table will honor its word. You'll have your freedom.
It's hard to die.
Under the old laws, only one can survive. Failure to meet at sunrise
It's hard to die.
will result in execution.
Last words, Winston?
Just have fun out there.
I want you to find your peace. But the good death only comes after a good life.
71 Barracuda.
You and I left a good life behind a long time ago, my friend.
It's hard to die.
That was a spectacular trailer, I have to say. They did a great job on that. All
Yeah.
right. Let's
Well,
break that down.
The footage that they used is beautiful. It's like the
Beautifully
production
shot.
design on these things, the cinematography and the production design, and the way those
Yep.
two things work together.
Mm-hmm.
If you if you have a production designer that knows how cameras work, and if
Yeah.
you have a cinematographer who knows how production design works, and
Right.
they work together, and you create this world together, then you have a world that's awesome all the way through, consistently from the beginning to the end. It looks beautiful, you know.
It does. And there's nothing like a good fight in a room full of glass.
Right.
Like, we're gonna have a
Slow
bunch of
motion.
glass displays for no real reason in a room
Yeah.
that's made of glass with a bunch of windows. I love the unique, choice of the song, because someone
Yeah.
probably threw it out kind of like, remember that song about someone talking about time to die, and they were like, oh,
Seasons
but that's
in the
such a
Sun.
such a dorky song. It's like, but we can make it cool. So they have the cool dun dun dun, they have the
Yeah.
big music, but then they kind of have that kind of layered in really good opportune times, which I love. That was
It's got
really
that
well
sort
done.
of melancholy delivery. The
Yes.
the vocal is like, goodbye, Papa, it's time to die. Those
They
kind
didn't
of
even
lyrics.
they didn't even do a remix. Like, they used the actual real song and
I
then
think
just
it's
made
a
it cool.
rebuild. Yeah, I think it's
No, it's a
the-
remix, but they used the original vocal.
I
There's
don't
not
know
a
if
new
that's
person.
The original
That's
vocal.
definitely the real vocal. Yeah, definitely. I would put money on it. Nobody
much?
sounds like that.
How much?
I just heard the song the other day, so I know it. It was on some other thing I saw.
All right.
But yeah, so I thought that looked really good. I mean, anything with Bill Skarsgård also. I mean, now we're gonna have the fight of the two hotties. Okay, fine. And then of course, there's we also have Laurence Fishburne's back.
Yeah.
As always. I love him, playing like the kind of down low, kind of like homeless guy helping him out.
Yeah.
And then Donnie Yen, and of course,
Yeah.
he can do some stuff. So it'll be cool to see them duke it out. But this is about Keanu Reeves. I mean, his delivery,
Yeah.
it's always like unique, like, I'm gonna need a gun. And
Yeah.
he says it in this weird look on his face. It's so funny.
And that kind of at the beginning, that sort of existential thing in the church, little sort of
Yeah.
Martin Scorsese, bad guys questioning their involvement in criminal things, but also a little bit. Remember that scene in Ridley Scott's Gladiator where I really like that movie quite a bit, and there's a scene in there where Russell Crowe's family has been slaughtered.
Yep.
And he has the little dolls of them, and the guy who's in the slave truck with him says, "Do you believe?" Like in the old Roman times and everything, people's religions were sort of flux. They were sort of plastic. Somebody would come in and tell them about a new religion, and people would go, "Oh, that's cool. Let's bring that into our religion."
Yeah.
And so the guy asked him, "Do you believe that you will see them again?" And I always love that, because it's like he's asking him not in a confrontational way, like, I don't believe it, but do you,
Yeah.
And in this one, it seems like he's the guy is asking him, do you think they hear your prayers or did anything?
Yeah.
And Keanu Reeves is like, no.
But I hope I'm wrong. I'm going to keep doing it just in case.
Yeah.
And it's always in the most beautiful church you've ever seen with candles everywhere. It looks like a total like fire hazard, but it looks so beautiful.
Yeah, I always have to wonder who lit those candles. It's
Who
like
lit all
in
those candles?
Prince of Darkness, John Carpenter, where they go down underground to where the Prince of Darkness is kept in the canister. And there's like 30 billion lit candles down there. I'm like, who lit
Crazy.
those?
And are they real? Okay. But anyway, so I have a quick poster to talk about. That's the only poster out right now. And it's funny. I like the graphic idea of it, but it doesn't. Yeah, nunchucks. It doesn't give you that high production feel. This is a teaser.
Yeah.
So JW4, because that's what they do now. It's all initials,
Right.
initials and numbers. But it doesn't give you that big production feel, but it does make it look really cool and hip. And do we really need to know more about John Wick? The only thing that bothers me about this poster is that little between his legs. I'll just say it.
Yeah,
the texture doesn't really match.
Yeah, they didn't continue the texture through there.
It's kind of weird. I mean, it's kind of darker, yes. But otherwise, I mean, overall, I love the color treatment's great. These are our colors, yellow and red.
Yeah.
And it's a cool treatment. He looks great, but I'm hoping in the next few posters we'll get a little bit more high production. In fact, speaking of John Wick,
yeah,
I have the painting that was done in John Wick 2. They had this great campaign of a bunch of artists doing a bunch of paintings, and they even have, I know the artist who did the painting of the pit bull that was part of this campaign, and they did great. So all the paintings were really different. They wild posted them. They used them at premieres. It was beautiful, but I got that painting because my husband did it.
Yep. Kathy's husband is an artiste.
He's an artiste, and he does movie posters like me.
Yeah.
So we're both in it. Yeah.
But
so
that's
very fun.
Really great. I've seen that in person.
It's great. And so,
very cool.
I have
painting.
to have it. I know. I want it. And if Keanu Reeves wanted it, he could have it.
Chad did a painting of me, which I have hanging in the house, in the other room.
That's right. He's pretty much painted all my friends.
Yeah.
So anyway,
so
John
I'm not
Wick.
Special.
No. Sorry, that did sound shitty. Then. Yeah. So what? So what he painted you? No one cares. He painted everyone.
He paints everybody that comes to the door. Just knock on the door, he'll paint you.
Just knock on. Will you paint me? He goes, sure. I'll do it. So and then he also painted the dog back there. That's Nico in the business.
Oh yeah.
So we got Nico back there too.
Nice.
Okay, enough about me. I'm talking about John Wick. So yeah, it actually looks like a super entertaining John Wick movie. It looks like they're setting up a lot of great, huge battles. You saw the huge group of people, like, swords. You're like, oh, that's going to be easy.
Yeah.
He's going to take care of that. And they're all wearing white, of course.
It's like really international too. There's like one shot where they're riding through the desert on horses.
That was cool. Like John Wick goes Western. I love it.
How does that come about? And then it seems like they spend a lot of time in Paris. There's a little stuff by the Arc de Triomphe, and you see the Eiffel Tower, which basically says, okay, we're in France now.
You get to see a movie and travel at the same time.
Yeah.
Looks like the perfect film. All right. That's all we got for John Wick. Now we got to see the movie. That's next step.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's like what we were talking about before. It's like, what does this one make you just go, it's more another one, or boring, or does it make you think, oh, this looks like a continuation but more, and like I need to see this? And I think
they honestly kind of blend together, but this one looks a little special.
I mean, it looks like they've all been fun to watch.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think this one looks like it's going to be really beautiful.
It'll be super fun.
More of what you liked about the other three.
Exactly. Fun.
Yep.
All right. So let us know what you guys think about John Wick. Be sure and like, subscribe, and comment, and join our membership. We should say that off the top.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time.
Yes.
See you next time.